Hello everyone, my name is Gracian and welcome to episode 3 of this Let's Play of Against the Storm. We're just having a really chill, slow playthrough of this game where we're on the next difficulty up, so we've got Blightrot to deal with, a little bit more negative events, and we are in the marshlands and we're working on setting up a second little industry area, a little farming area here, clearing out some of these camps. Got our smokehouse built, which is great. Not allowed to move this building. And produce incense down here, which would have been good, but we didn't have the time. We finished this one up. So we've now looted supplies from an event one time. We need to do that one more time. Let's take a look at what the queen wants us to do. Turn in ancient tablets so we get a bunch of food. Do I have ancient tablets? I don't have any ancient tablets. Are any of these rewarding me with ancient tablets? No, they're not. So we're not likely to find those. So I'm gonna take this one, kiln, and have coal. Oh boy, both of these are bad. Because I don't have a kiln. So we're not going to pick that yet. We're going to try to get some quests done, get some blueprints, and see where we go. So small farm, vegetables, and grain. So we should be able to fix that one next year. Oil and flour. I don't think we produce oil anywhere yet. But again, we're quite blueprint poor. Lizard resolve. It's not up high enough yet. We can also start building specialized housing for our people to make them happier. Usually focus on the ones with the worst morale, like harpies and lizards. Lizards would really, I really want to get to 18. So let's build a couple, maybe 3 lizard houses. That'll free up room in these ones as well. Let's take cloth. So it looks like we're going to need... Yeah, so we got somebody in there. We'll just leave her in there. We cleared that event up. Looks like there's no more farming area down here. So jerky can be made with insects, meat, and you can use wood or coal. We don't have production of these two things yet, so we're not going to use those up. And we want to set the global limit of jerky to, say, let's call it 35. It's a valuable food. We'll store a good number of it. We can't start making it because we're out of insects and we're out of meat. We don't even have a second character in here. Whoops. Definitely need to up our food production. I really would like a trapper camp, but I need blueprints here. Go ahead and get these humans in this site here so they can start tilling the fields. This event is done. They're just transporting the materials back. Let's see, now that it's the storm, the Blightrot cysts are opening up. And there's these scary looking monsters that poke out. And what they're going to do now is they're going to be producing corruption. You can see there's a meter up here. So this corruption is going to fill up over time. And when it gets to the maximum, it's going to kill 3 random villagers. So it's basically corrupting our hearth. You can see there's like shadowy, evil looking tendrils in our fire. And the way this happens is any building that produces things has a little indicator for how much Blightrot it creates. So you can look down here. Actually, I think it's in the recipes. Yeah, so if we go to, say, fabric, you can see the crude workstation produces a little bit of Blightrot. Do we have anything more? Some of the food ones make a lot. Let's take a look here. Nope. I'm not crazy. I know that there are some that produce a lot, but we must not have access. Here it is, Brickyard. The Brickyard, when it's making crystallized dew, is producing a lot of Blightrot for whatever reason. And so those cause these little buds to grow. And the buds are invulnerable unless it's during the storm, because they close up during the rest of the year. And then during the storm, they open up and probably eat the rainwater or something. and that's when they can be flamethrowered down. So we're gonna have to build a flamethrower post or whatever it's called soon, and deal with these. However, they also give benefits. So the first node, there's no way to get rid of it. That's when you start getting the cysts. So if you get up to here, you start getting these little buds, and then when you get to here, the workers move 20% faster. A strange pollen is affecting the craftsmen in this building. They move faster, so it's a bonus. They move really quickly. And then at the maximum, they have a 25% chance of doubling their production because they're creating a strange aura of hypnosis. So having high Blightrot in your production buildings makes everything more efficient. However, at the same time, the higher this is, the more blight it's adding to the fire back home, where you can start getting villagers killed. It's a really interesting system. I'm not going to worry about it this year, but I do need to start getting that post up and running. Let's get the blight post. I might put it in a central location. No, I'll put it over here. Slap that down there. Living matter has spawned on a farm field. We will need to deal with that. As we're clearing it, it'll destroy our food, which sucks. And we don't get a ton of rewards out of this, unfortunately. If I don't get rid of it, it spreads as well. Got a lot of stuff going on right now. These guys are almost done. Resolve is low. I got a lot of problems to deal with. Let's favor them. Scavenger's camp has no deposits, so we need insects and eggs would be phenomenal. We need those for making better food. So that event is done. So let's get a couple people on this cyst, this living matter thing. We need to get rid of that before it spreads. "10 seconds, we can undo that. Take this one. Minus 40 hostility for every hub upgraded to neighborhood. Opened caches, lower hostility. Let's grab this one. This one's going to help us out right away. Lowered it down to there. They're carrying materials right now. Let's go ahead and get another warehouse built somewhere in here. Probably right there, and then we're going to have pathways like so. Move this woodcutter in a bit. Let it take a little more space out of here for us. Got our planting, so we produce 50% more with this, which is, where is it? Right there. So we've got a lot of grain coming in. We've got +1 to grain production. We can get another +1 from a few of our quests. This one's from farming, and this one's from producing building materials, crops, and provisions, which we might work on now. I was waiting to see if I had a more efficient way to do it, but it looks like I'm not going to get that right away. Building materials, crops, provisions. This is trade goods. Yeah, we can't... let's take a look at the recipes. Go into trade goods. We've got the best thing we can make it from is makeshift, makeshift, makeshift. So we're going to have inefficient production, so we'll just make the minimum, turn it in, and then stop using it. Lizard resolve is almost high enough that we can favor them and finish this quest. This might do it here. Just need one more point. Not quite. Build another 2 lizard houses. I'm trying to get them to 13 so I can favor them and they'll go to 18. But they are being stubborn about it. Let's pump up the production there. We need that to come first. Turn that in, please. Woodcutters. Woodcutter has completely cleared all the trees in this area that I've marked. So let's take you somewhere else. Let's get some of this area cleared out. It's a little crowded up here. And then you're almost done as well. Need them to hurry up. I'm running out of food pretty badly. Probably spend some cash on the on food. I think this person, luxury items, is willing to buy food. Oh, he might not have any food for sale. Put a lizard in there. They can start collecting things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off global consumption of basic meat and basic insects so that they won't eat these. They'll only use them for crafting because this is so much more efficient. And then we also should probably get the bakery up. Just plop that right there. Yeah, I know I'm low on food. This is this event is eating up 5 items every 10 seconds. So every 2 seconds I lose a piece of food in storage, which sucks. But we've got a clearance coming up. We'll be able to harvest a bunch of food. We are getting a little close though. Get you in there, start producing purging fire to use on the Blightrot. Let's turn up the maximum of that to about 12. And then in the storm season, she'll go off and start flamethrowering off of these plants, so we don't get any more corruption in here. Aha. Get them up to 18. Got a trader. He does have scrolls, which we need for religion. This is tough, though. What else do you have? Clearance duration increased. That would be good, so we actually have time to harvest all those crops we've been producing. It's taking them a while to do that. We have scrolls. Let's sell an ancient tablet for a few dollars here. Let's get to 10 somehow. Sell a bit of coal. We can actually mine this soon. And then we need, oops. There we go. So here we go, 25% clearance duration. That'll be great. You guys almost done with this? Okay, they're done. So we're going to stop losing food from storage, which is great, just in time, because we're dying here. Let's go over and see how our farm is doing. So they've got all the fields planted, but now clearance will last 25% longer. Was that how long? Where is that? Here it is, 25%. That's a long time. So last season, I don't know if you caught it, but at the very end, they ran out of time to harvest everything. Oh no, the lizard's resolve dropped. Oh, I can't get them to 18 for long enough. They have to be there for like a minute. How can I raise that up? I need to finish these 2 structures. Sorry about that. That's one of my cats yelling. Nothing like a cozy day of video gaming with cats yelling at you. Alright, so we're low on food, but we are harvesting, so we should be able to get some of this food into the stockpile before people start starving. Got vegetables coming in from here, which they can eat raw. Looks like we are possibly working on some... Yes, we'll have enough to make some jerky. That'll boost their resolve up a little bit, actually. Got all their houses. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. Now, did we build the bakery? Yes, down here. We're building the bakery. You know what I just realized? I don't think we have a way to make flour, which is a little silly. What is that under? Flour. Don't show all. No, I don't have a way to make flour yet, so I really need some blueprints here. Or all that flour is just going to waste. Alright, come on, buddy. Make us some jerky. I also need a trapper's camp. Collecting things as fast as I can. Okay, we've got some food in the storage now. Let's see, he's still making that jerky. It takes him quite a while. It takes a minute to make that. Let's move that up to here. Let him clear this whole area out, but I'd like to get this pathway built. Nobody's homeless right now. Let's check our housing. As far as I can tell, there's no quick or easy way to see what your housing situation is unless you have homeless people. It's a little frustrating. I don't know if I'm missing a UI somewhere, but I can never tell how many people I have houses for. So I only have space for 2 more people right now. Okay, we should have some... Aha, so our resolve is up. Why is it up so high? I'm not actually sure, but we're going to go ahead and boost that up. We want it to stay... Aha, farm life. So we have to turn in the vegetables and the grain, but it means we'll get some mushrooms to replace it, and then we actually produce more grain in the future. So let's go ahead and select that. We'll get the roots at least. And hopefully, as we get some insects coming in... Who actually is producing insects? No one. That's our problem here. We're just getting it when we get lucky and grab it from something else. Who's even finding insects, actually? Oh, they're coming from the mushrooms sometimes. Stonecutter doesn't have anything to do. And there are no deposits available, so we're just gonna leave you there and kick these people out. Also have a blueprint to choose from. Aha, provisioner for flour. 100% what we need right now. Get that up and running as soon as possible. I'd even put that I'll get that stuff turned in. I'll switch you just over to here or something, and then let's get the provisioner. Put you right there. Let's increase that priority. I need that flour so I can start making food out of here, so we can use these herbs. So I'm not going to turn these on. These are raw food they can eat, but I'm going to be making tons of herbs. Same here. We'll leave those on. So we're going to be able to make tons and tons of biscuits and pie out of what is essentially inedible foods. The herbs and grain don't do anything for food consumption unless you cook them, but then we can make this and have really efficient food source that makes them happy. Lizards are done. We get +1 to meat production. We get some skewers. We actually got a windfall of food, and we have the butcher, which can make skewers and jerky. We'll make a little food area down here. It's pretty interesting. Leave a little gap for a road for the future. There we are. Which grain do we have? 27 grain. Not getting a ton of it, but it's coming in. Oh, we need to rebuild that farm plot. So we can stop favoring the lizards now. provisioner is ready. So let's pop a lizard in there, and we want... Actually, we're going to put 2 people in there. We really need this going. We do want packs of provisions for the quest that we're on. We need only 3. So I'm just going to set that to 3. Barrels. I don't want them working on barrels yet, but I will set the recipe and the global limit to, say, 15. I'm going to lower that a little bit. And then the flour global limit, I think we're going to be using that quite a bit, so I might put that at, say, 40. And we're not going to use up the raw food on that. We're going to be having nothing to do with the grain but that. So let's get that going. Once we have some flour, we can start getting the bakery going. I might pop a lizard in there now. They can start collecting herbs. And then as soon as the flour is ready, he'll get to work. You're waiting for insects and meat. Please be a trapper's camp in here. Nope. Herbalist camp. Plantation. These are kind of bad. Forager, vegetables, grain, and insects. Grain and insects. But the insects can also be grabbed by the trapper's camp, and I desperately want the trapper's camp. So I'm going to reroll. Tool shop's not bad. Oh, brewery for ale. I think that's it. Put that over here somewhere. Like right there. These warehouses are magically connected somehow. Really need that trapper's camp. So you are not to produce that. Now oil, this is the most efficient place I can produce oil. And you can use grain. So we're going to turn that up to 40. We need 40 oil in our inventory. Skewers is a very good food, so we're going to turn that up to 35. Skewers are interesting because you can actually make them out of jerky. So we're gonna turn that on because we can take... So essentially we can take 4 insects and wood and make jerky. So we turn 4 food into 10 better food. And then we can take 3 of that 10 and make it into 10 more. So this little chain here can make a lot of food out of very little ingredients. So for only 4 insects, we can make 30 skewers. That's why I desperately need a way to get those insects, but I want the trapper's camp really badly because the meat is also very useful in making the jerky, which again feeds into these skewers. Yeah, these both eat skewers, which is fantastic, so we really, really want that trapper's camp. Let's take a look at our orders. What was this for? The kiln. We do have those ancient tablets. We could turn this in right now and get the food. Let's do that. Coats and oil. Or have 18 lizards. That's going to happen eventually, I think. Have at least 2 hub upgrades to level district and have a warehouse. Ooh, that would increase fungal mushroom production. Wow, that would be good. I don't really want to upgrade a second hub, but I'll take this one because the reward is so good. I need more woodcutters to get that done because I'll have to be feeding 2 hearths. Speaking of which, let's get this upgraded here. Don't have a service building yet. Aha. I have a smokehouse. It's gonna make pigment. And pigment is used to make scrolls. Let's build the artisan. So we got a lot of food harvested. That, like, we had 0 food a little bit ago. Okay, so now all the little buds are coming out, but our flamethrower is going to burn them away. So we went back down to this level, so that'll slow that corruption growth here. So we can make coats in here. We don't have an efficient way to make cloth, so I'm going to try not to build coats if I don't have to. So only the humans like the coats, and their resolve is not low and not high enough to try to mess with. Pigment we need, but we need to use a food source on it until we can get coal. So we're going to make that a really low amount, like 20. Let's actually do the global limit. If you change it up here, it'll change it for all buildings. There we go. And down here we have barrels already. Same quality level, so we can just leave that off here. And we can turn this on. The reason I might do that is because then it means the provisioner doesn't have to ever waste time making barrels. Go ahead and leave that on so somebody can work on that. Now this is a harpy specialty, so we'll put her in there. It'll make them happier. Take a look and see if we have any more efficient places to shuffle people around to. We have flour coming in, so it's time to put another lizard in there and another lizard in there. So let's get the scavengers camp, kick you out, put in a human. Get you in there. I want you guys gobbling up those insects and meat as fast as possible. So make insects with the herbs. I mean incense, sorry. I might turn that on and have them make a little bit of that. Let's change the global limit of that to about 30. That can be used in some of the religious buildings, and we're already aiming for religious buildings with our scrolls and religion here. So our flour needs to get up to 40. I'm going to raise this to 60, or else we're going to use it as fast as we make it. Ah, the old living matter. It's going to start eating our food away, but we'll get a bunch of dew, and that's a lot of money, actually. I need somebody to clean that up. We need somebody in there. Let's kick you out. There we go. Yeah, excellent. So we'll go ahead and turn on most of these things because the skewers are so efficient. What is this? Oh, we've got newcomers. Did I miss this entirely? 20 meat. We need 6 more lizards. Every 2 newly completed dangerous or forbidden glades lower hostility by 50. We'll take that one. Probably going to punch into a new glade here this year now that we've hit drizzle. But we are also out of time, so we're going to end this episode here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you're enjoying this sort of slow and more chill sort of gameplay. I'm trying not to over-explain, just sort of talk about what I'm working on. So if you're enjoying this, please like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next episode. Thanks for watching.